She used to smile when you walked in. Now, she barely looks up. You ask, "What's for dinner?" She shrugs, "Whatever's in the fridge." The TV hums, plates clink. No laughter, no warmth. She's there, but not really. You're not fighting, but you're not connecting either. You try to be patient. You tell yourself, she's tired, she's stressed, it's just a phase. But something doesn't feel right. She sighs more than she speaks, snaps at small things, seems to drift, even when she's sitting right next to you. And here's the part that catches you off guard. You miss her. Not the version of her who did everything, not the one who always had dinner ready or the laundry folded. You miss the woman who used to laugh in the kitchen, who'd rest her head on your shoulder without saying a word. The one who used to light up when she saw you. You remember one night last fall, Friday. You brought home takeout, her favorite. She barely touched it, said she wasn't hungry. Then she sat on the couch with her arms crossed, staring at the wall. You watched her from across the room, wanted to say something, but the silence felt too loud to break. Now, it feels like she's dimming. And maybe for the first time, you wonder, is it something I did or something I didn't see? Most men don't know what to do with that question. We're taught to fix things, to stay steady, to stay silent. But what if silence is the problem? What if the woman sitting across from you, the one you've loved for decades, is quietly slipping away? Not because she stopped loving you, but because she stopped feeling seen. This isn't about blame. This is about awareness. Because what she's going through, it has a name. And chances are no one ever told you. But today, you'll learn. This story isn't just about her. It's about you. About what happens when a good man finally opens his eyes and learns to love her differently for the woman she's becoming now. So take a breath. Stay with me. Because if any of this feels familiar, you're not alone. And it's not too late to love her better. You've probably heard the word perimenopause. Maybe in passing. Maybe in a commercial you didn't pay attention to. But here's the truth. If you're a man over 50 and you're in a relationship with a woman in her 40s or 50s, this is something you need to understand. Not because you're supposed to fix it, but because if you don't understand what's happening, you might mistake it for something it's not. You might think she's pulling away, that she's not interested in you anymore, that she's distant, irritated, forgetful, maybe even cold. But what's really happening? Her body is changing. And maybe the hardest part? She doesn't even have a name for what's happening to her. Perimenopause is the phase before menopause. It can start in her 40s, sometimes earlier. Her hormones shift, especially estrogen and progesterone. And those tiny chemical messengers, they affect everything. Her sleep, her emotions, her energy, her confidence, her memory, her ability to feel close, even with you. And the hardest part? She might not even know why it's happening. Imagine waking up after a restless night. Your body aches. You're sweating for no reason. You're exhausted, but wired. Your mind is foggy. Your patience? Thin. You feel off in your own skin. Now imagine trying to explain all that without sounding like you're complaining, without knowing if it's normal, without even being sure anyone will believe you. That's what perimenopause feels like for many women. And for the men beside them, It can be confusing, sometimes frustrating. You might think, she never used to be like this. She doesn't want to talk. She doesn't want to touch. She's changed. But what if she's not changing away from you? What if she's changing inside herself? And she's scared. What if she looks in the mirror and barely recognizes the woman staring back at her? This isn't about you. It's not about whether she still loves you. It's about whether she still feels like herself. That's why you need to care. Because this isn't a phase she chose. It's a transition that's happening, ready or not. And the men who stay, who show up in this chapter, who don't take it personally, but take it seriously, they're the ones who keep the connection alive, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. So, if she seems distant lately, if the spark feels dim, if her mood shifts like the wind, don't ask what's wrong with you. Try asking, how can I support you? Because this isn't the end of something. It's the beginning of something new. And if you walk beside her now, with patience, with presence, with real care, you'll come out the other side together, stronger, closer, more deeply in love than you were in your 20s. Not despite this season, but because of it.
She doesn't hate you. Let's start there. She's not mad at you. She's not pulling away on purpose. She's not trying to shut you out. But lately, it feels that way, doesn't it? Like there's a wall between you, thin enough to see through, but thick enough to keep you apart. She sighs more, sleeps less, snaps faster, cries suddenly. You're left wondering, what did I do wrong? Here's what most men don't know. Sometimes she doesn't have the words, because she doesn't know either. It's not just one thing, it's everything, layered, foggy, hard to explain. She wakes up in a body that feels unfamiliar, like someone rearranged the wiring overnight. That's what perimenopause can do. It shifts the way her brain processes stress, makes joy harder to access, irritation rise quicker, fatigue feel permanent. Worst of all, it makes her feel guilty for not being her old self. She remembers who she was, the fun one, the sensual one, the one who used to laugh with you and pull you close on lazy mornings. Now, she wakes up exhausted. Her skin feels different. Her moods swing without warning. She feels like she's on the edge of tears, for no reason. So instead of talking, she goes quiet. Instead of asking for a hug, she folds her arms. But inside, she's screaming. At the confusion, at the unpredictability, at the sense of losing control. What she needs isn't fixing, it's space, not distance. She needs to know she's not alone, that you see the fog around her and you're willing to sit beside her in it. Not to fix it, not to pull her out, just to be there. Sometimes the strongest love is the quietest. Most men don't mean to ignore the signs. We're not heartless. We're not careless. We're just focused on solving problems, on keeping things steady, on doing what needs to be done. We were raised to show love by showing up, by providing, protecting, staying. We learned early on that emotions were dangerous ground, so we stayed in the safe zone, logic, routine, and action. You needed a roof? Done. A steady paycheck? You got it. The oil changed? Already handled. But here's what we weren't taught, that emotional presence is just as vital as physical presence, and sometimes more. So when she starts to shift, when the mood changes, when she gets quiet, when her body seems tired, when she pulls away without a word, we miss it. Not because we don't care, but because we've never been trained to look. We think, she's just having a bad day. She's stressed. She'll be fine tomorrow. But tomorrow comes, and the smile doesn't. She still makes dinner, still folds the laundry, still says goodnight, but something is missing. the softness, the spark, the music in her voice. And we don't know how to ask about it because we were taught to leave it alone. Let her be. She'll tell you if something's wrong. But here's the truth. She won't always tell you, not because she doesn't want to, but because she's already tried. In subtle ways, with sighs, with silence, with the way she stopped reaching for your hand. But you didn't see it. Not because you didn't love her, but because no one ever taught you what love looks like when it's quiet. We think love is the big stuff, the anniversaries, the trips, the I love yous. But women? They measure love in the small things. Did you notice her new haircut? Did you ask about her day? Did you sit beside her, not watching the game, but watching her? So when those things are missing, she notices. And when you don't notice, she begins to believe the worst, that she doesn't matter anymore, that maybe you don't care, that maybe the best of your relationship is behind you. Here's the hard part to admit. Sometimes we wait too long. We wait until she's already halfway out emotionally before we begin to wake up. And by then, it takes more than flowers. It takes more than, "I'm sorry." It takes presence. Every day, every hour, consistent. Not perfect, but real. James missed the signs. Not because he was cruel, but because he was comfortable. Because Barbara had been steady for so long, he forgot she needed tending too, until the day she stopped orbiting around him, and suddenly the house felt empty even when she was in it. So if you're watching this and thinking, "This feels familiar," it's not too late. Start noticing now. Noticing is an act of love. Noticing says, "I see you. You matter. I'm still here, with you." The signs are there. She doesn't need a hero. She needs a witness, someone who chooses to pay attention before the silence becomes permanent.
Here's something they don't tell us as men. Not everything broken needs to be fixed. Especially not her. Especially not when she's in the middle of something as confusing and invisible as perimenopause. Your instinct? To solve, to make it go away, to bring the spark back, to say, "You'll be okay," and hope it helps. But here's what she needs more than solutions. She needs safety. Emotional safety. Not answers, not advice, just presence. She needs to know she can fall apart a little and you'll still be there. Still calm, still loving, still listening, not panicking, not pulling away, not trying to fix the storm, but willing to sit with her in it. When she says she can't sleep, don't say, "Just take something." Say, "Want me to sit with you for a while?" When she says, "I don't feel like myself," don't say, "You'll snap out of it." Say, "Tell me more." When she forgets things, loses her patience, cries at things that never used to bother her, don't roll your eyes. Don't make a joke to brush it off. Don't take it personally. Because she's not trying to make your life harder. She's trying to figure out her own. And she may not have the words for it. She may not even know what's going on herself, but what she'll remember is how you responded. Did you meet her changes with criticism or with care? Did you disappear when she became difficult, or did you become softer? You don't need to be a hormone expert. You just need to be a student of her. Pay attention. The way she moves through the day. The quiet ways she holds it all together. The things she stopped doing, not because she doesn't care, but because she's tired. Tired in her bones. Tired in her soul. Sometimes she's not looking for a partner who can rescue her. She's looking for someone who'll remind her she doesn't have to hold it all alone. That's what it means to be her safe place. Not to lead her out of the dark, but to sit beside her in it. No flashlight, no map, just your presence. Unshaken. Still. You might think you need to say the right thing, but often the right thing is simple. I hear you. I'm here. You don't have to go through this alone. And when she doesn't know how to explain, don't demand clarity. Just be patient. Make her tea. Rub her back. Ask, what do you need right now? And if she says, I don't know, just stay. That's the part that matters most. Staying. When she's not easy, when she's not glowing, when she's not the version of herself you're used to, stay anyway. Because this is what love after 50 looks like. It's not fireworks. It's not grand gestures. It's being the steady hand in the storm. And here's the truth. When a woman feels safe, really safe, she softens. Not immediately, not all at once, but in time. Her guard drops. Her laughter returns. Her trust deepens. And you get something more powerful than chemistry. You get connection. So don't rush her healing. Don't rush her story. Just keep showing up. Every day, every moment, in small ways. That's how you become her safe place. Not by fixing her, but by reminding her she's not broken. She's human. She's becoming. And she's still worthy of being loved. Especially now. Especially like this. You married a woman with fire in her eyes, with dreams in her hands, with a laugh that once lit up the room. Somewhere along the way, life got busy. Kids, bills, work, aging parents, routine. The laughter grew quieter, the fire flickered, but she's still in there. Still that same woman, maybe softer now, maybe more tired, maybe unsure of who she's becoming. But she's still hoping you'll see her. Really see her. Not just as the one who keeps the house running, not just as the one who folds your shirts, but as a full human being. Still vibrant, still tender, still wanting to be loved, not out of habit, but out of awe. Don't wait until her love walks away before you start paying attention. Do it now. Start small. Sit beside her in the morning. Ask, what's been on your mind lately? Say, I miss us. Let her know you still see the woman she's becoming, and you love her not in spite of the changes, but because of them. Because she's growing, and so can you. And if this story reminded you of someone you love, share it, comment. Let someone else know they're not alone. Because the world doesn't need more perfect men, it needs more present ones. And if you ever forget why it matters, remember this. Be the man who keeps the fire alive. Not because it's fading, but because the one you love is cold. And she needs your warmth now more than ever.